All right. So welcome to your mat, to your space, to your place, to your breath, to your body, to your aches, to your pains, to your joys, and all of that. Bring it all together. So let's start like this. Let's just move the wrists around a little bit, move your fingers a little bit, and then we'll bring the hands together, interlace the fingers, flip the palms, take a big breath, just reach out. Let's do one more breath here. And then bring the hands down, bring the palms back together, bring them down, change the interlace. So when heart's here, I'm dog duty. And reach up. Good. One more breath. And this time, as you bring your hands together, you close your eyes, let your chin bow, draw the energy down to your heart space. And we'll rest here for a moment or two. Welcoming yourself to your practice. Welcoming each other. Listening to the sound of your breath. Take one more moment. Full breath in and full breath out. On your next inhale, anchor the sit bones lengthen tall. Exhale here. Let's do one more nice big breath in. Hold it at the top. And release. We'll call ourselves home 3 times. Inhale. Bowing your chin, release your hands to your thighs, lift your chin and open your eyes. Okay, guys. So we're just going to take, we are going to spend a lot of times on our back. We're going to do 1 or 2 sun salutes just to kind of get going. So bring yourself to the front of your mat. And if you like your blocks, you'll bring them. If you prefer to hold the wall, you can do that too. And just modify as we move along. So, come to stand at the front of your mat. Good. And good. And then we'll start the way we did a moment ago. So first start with your feet and then bring your hands together at your heart. Take a full inhale, anchor the feet. As you exhale, interlace the fingers, press the palms right down to the floor. So the hands are interlaced, just press down. Inhale and reach up and out, straight out and up. Good. Let's just take 2 more breaths here. So feel the feet press down, the hands lift, and then everything comes back together. Good. Okay, 1 more inhale, press up. As you exhale, open the arms out to the side, fold down, touch the earth or your blocks or the wall. And then we'll take 3 Arda Uttanasana. So you inhale, lift your head and your heart, and exhale and fold. Let's do that 2 more times. Just feeling whatever is rising. Okay, so hands either side of the feet. We'll step the right foot all the way to the back. Good. Take a moment here, press through the heel, look forward, squeeze the thighs together. Now, as you exhale, we're going to lower the knee to the floor. So if you need something, take a moment, put it there. Pause here. Okay. We'll just rock a little bit front to back. So on your blocks, groovy. Hands at the wall, groovy. Hands at the floor, a little more crunchy. Okay, guys, so from here, I'm gonna come forward, lift the right knee, and then maybe hop the right foot in a little bit if you need to. I'm gonna lift it up I'm going right to standing splits. So walk the hands forward, lift the right leg up. Even if you bend the left knee, even if you bend the right knee, and then lower the right foot down. And inhale halfway up, look forward. Exhale forward. Take 1 or 2 breaths here if you want to grab opposite elbows and hang. So we're going to come all the way up and let's roll it up. So keep your head hanging. You can put your hands back on the floor, on your thighs, and roll up. So you feel like every vertebrae maybe. Head up. And then just pause here for a moment. Dizziness, very normal. Good. Okay. We'll take 1 more. Bring it all back, right? Good. Then we'll bring the hands together at the heart. Okay, inhale, press the feet down. As you exhale, opposite interlace the fingers, press the palms towards the floor. And then inhale, sweep the arms up. Stay here. Breathe. Bring in any dynamic action you can. Good. And then we'll inhale, press up. And exhale, fold all the way back down. Okay, 3 Arda Uttanasana. So inhale and exhale. Feel free to go as slow as you like. Okay, so as you fall in, the next thing we're going to do is step the left foot back. Take the left foot back and hang out here in this lunge for a moment. Push the back, heel back, and squeeze the thighs together. Breathe. And lower the knee to the floor. Pause for a moment. You feel all your stuff. Good. And then we'll just start to rock it front to back. And also, always moving with your kindness, your compassion. Good. Okay, I'm going to do 1 more, and then no surprises. We're going to standing splits. So come forward and lift the back knee, hop the foot in if you need to, or keep it back and challenge yourself. Lift it straight up. And then just be here in this. And lower the foot. 1 Arda Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. And then we're going to hang out here. A few breaths. You can walk your feet wider. You can have your elbows if you like. Maybe switch your hands. Breathe. Good. Take 1 more breath. Now we're going to come all the way up. I'm going to roll it again. Maybe you can let your arms hang. And then it comes more into the feet from the legs. Good. And then just be here. Feel all of this. Let's take 1 more calming breath. Okay, we're going to go to tree pose. So I'm just going to turn to the side. You be exactly as you are unless you need the wall. Okay, look at your feet. Look at your left foot. Spread the toes if you can. Widen your base. And then we'll move into tree as you're ready. You can take that right leg out. It can stay on the floor. You can go up, up, up. And then the arms, wherever your tree is today, the arms don't have to lift. They might. Good. Anchor the left foot, anchor the right foot. Smile. 1 more breath. Good. Okay, I'm going to take the arms down first, and I'm going to step this right foot out a little bit, so if that's there, and then I'm going to go second side from this far away place. So first I'm going to spread the right toes, and anchor the right foot. Grace and elegance. Find your tree, wherever your arms need to be. Good. Breathe. Think of that, tree trunk hugging in towards itself. It has to hug in so strongly to create rings. Good. One more breath. Good. And then I'll take the arms down first. Step the left foot out. Pause. Good. Okay, so we are going to come down. Before we do that, if you're still at the front of your mat, we're going to step wide-legged. So take one leg, and then you can just heel. You have to make the sound effect, so it doesn't work if you don't. And then inhale, just reach up and out. And they don't need to go above your head. Press the feet. Widen your inner thighs. Feel your tailbone. You just let it hang. One more breath. Good. And then we'll inhale and exhale, fold. Take your arms. You can have your blocks. I didn't say to move them, but take care of yourself if you need to. Okay, I'm just going to start with this gentle rocking of the hips. So it's really just the hips moving. I mean, other things are moving because it's all attached. Good. Okay, and then we're going to fold all the way. So you can inhale, fold down as you exhale. And you put the hands wherever you need. Feel if it's better for you to bend your knees. Breathe. Maybe you want to grab hold of your ankles. Like that. Hold. Okay. Release the hands back wherever they are so you can lift yourself up. Good. Okay. Come back to your wiggle, but this time add a knee bend. So you're just rocking side to side. We'll just move all this stuff. Good. Okay. I'm going to take it over to the right. I'm going to turn the right foot out a little bit. Walk the hands to the right. And you might stay here, or you might lift the left foot up and come down. If this is there, but it doesn't need to be this. This is huge stretch for the inner thigh. Whatever it is, be there, yes. And then we'll come down, hands down, and just walk it over second side. Turn your left toes out a little bit. Lower yourself slowly so you feel, oh, where do I need to stop? Use your hands. Maybe here. But again, no words. Do what you need to do. Good. Okay. And then from here, we're going to come back up. Okay. So I'm going to come to sit. What I'm going to do is just take the right foot next to the left foot. Lift the left arm. Turn the butt. Bring it down. Yes. Good. Hug your knees in. Maybe your feet lift off the floor, maybe not. Good. Okay, and then just come to sit for a moment with your legs crossed or whatever feels good. Okay, so I'm going to start with bolster. Yay, bolster. And I'm just going to put it down so we can lie over it, open up the belly area, open the chest. So you might put a blanket for your head. You might even put blocks underneath, if you like that, to have a lift at the end of the bolster. And then hopefully have enough blocks that you can take one and just have it ready. I'm just going to change that camera angle. Okay. And then we're going to lie down. So tush on the floor, bolster wherever you need it. I'm going to go right against the bolster, but that's not good for your back. Create some space. Okay. Wow, I just, you heard my exhale, and I'm sure you guys all did one too. As soon as you come down, like, okay, so we're just gonna hang out here for a few moments. You can have your legs stretched straight or bent or maybe cross-legged. Be a loose. If I go cross-legged here, I'm actually crossing in the middle of the shins. So if that works for you, great. And then the arms to a place where they can open the shoulders, open the chest without too much discomfort. Good. And then just settling into your breath, your vibrancy. And I sent this email yesterday and it said, be brave and courageous. And the word courage comes from the French word for heart, le coeur. And we know that, this cowardly lion is missing his courage. Comes from the heart. So feel in the shape you're in, the heart is expansive. The heart space is expanding. And there's nothing for you to do here but to breathe into it. Smile into your own heart. Literally smile. And feel how even just smiling will encourage more breath into the heart space. If you're not sure about that, try frowning. And take a big breath. And then smile. And take a big breath. Okay, I'm going to take my arms, just reach them over alongside the ears, just stretch nice and long. So you're reaching the arms away like you're reaching for something over your head. Give it a cute puppy. Good. Okay, if your legs are crossed, you could change the cross or stretch them out for a moment. And then we invite more opening from the navel to the pubic bone. One more breath. Okay, release your arms back down. Feel how that changes things a little bit. All right, guys, so we're just gonna welcome our good friend Windshield Wiper into this. Bend your knees, widen your stance, and then just start to move into your Windshield Wiper. And as we know, when you're on the bolster, things are different. So kind. Courageous. Okay. And then bringing the knees back up. And we'll have the feet in, grab your block. We're just going to start at the bottom, the lowest height. So you just lift your hips, slide that in, lowest height. You could have some space between block and bolster, all fine. Let's just hang out here for a moment. You can widen your feet, bring the knees together. Oh, I just got some lower back cracks. Good. Okay, so I'm just gonna hang out here for maybe 5 more breaths. Soften your third eye. Okay, guys. Last big breath in. Side out. And then bring your feet back to your hip distance apart. We're going to bring the left knee into the chest and interlace your fingers. If that works, you need to grab behind the thigh, do that. And I'm going to extend the right leg out. And the heel could be on the floor. It's all happening. But if you keep it lifted and you push that right heel away from you as you hug the left knee, you're going to open something. But if that doesn't feel good for you, just let the leg rest or keep it bent. Good. Take one more breath. And then we're just going to switch legs. So I'll change the interlace of the fingers, change legs in midair kind of thing. Press through the left heel, the right heel. There's your smile. I'm going to bring both knees into the chest on this block, on the bolster. Feel yourself almost floating. One more breath. Okay, keep the left knee in, extend the right leg up to the sky. Flex the foot. Okay. Look at your right foot, see if you can spread the toes. I'm going to keep the knee in and start to lower the right leg down. Maybe it just goes hip height. And then I'll point the foot and inhale, lift the right leg up. Good. And we'll just do that a few times, just waving the leg. Hopefully that's okay for everybody. Good. And then the next time the right leg comes up, fold it in, give it a little hug. And then keep the right knee where it is, extend the left leg up to the sky. Flex your feet, soften your shoulders. Yeah, and then go ahead. Moving the foot. So you're pointing and flexing as you're moving the leg. Good. And then next time your leg comes up, pull the knee in, hug the knees. Okay, keep the knees where they are. Take your hands to the floor. And we're going to bring the feet to the floor too. We're going to try and get them to touch at the exact same time. Maybe toes, maybe heels. Just notice whatever you do. And then heel toe the feet nice and wide. Yeah, lift your hips, slide the block out, come all the way back down, adjust yourself if you need to. And we're going to come back to Windshield Wiper. Good. Just moving the low back. Your heart space nice and open. Your wings are open. Okay, and then we come back. We're just going to hang out here for 5 breaths. So if you had your legs crossed before, you might want to go opposite cross, but you could keep them bent wherever you like. Take your arms out to a place that they might go higher this time. You know, we've been here for a little bit. Breathe there. You can melt whatever you can melt. Keep the smile. And then deepening, lengthening the breath right into the heart space. And some of you might even notice colors happening. All connected. Okay, take one more breath. And then release the legs. So wherever you had your legs now, just bend them. Grab hold of your block, and you're welcome to go lowest height again. I'm going to go highest height this time, but you do whatever feels good. You're just getting the hips to lift. Second height, lovely. Third height. You might be able to get there if you don't normally do third height because you have the bolster. And we're just going to hang out here for a few moments. Let yourself drop into the support. Okay, take one more breath. Okay, then heel toe your feet, comfortable distance. No, you can adjust your block at any time. Gonna bring the left knee in. Now it might be harder to grab it. You're on the highest height, so you don't even need to grab it. You could just keep it there. Okay, now the left leg is the right leg is gonna start to stretch out. If that works for you to take it off the floor, maybe you can lift it up. If you need to hold your block, you could do that too. Yeah, okay. Now we're going to point and flex and lower, lift and lower the right leg. So I'm holding onto the block. Art's holding onto his knee. Go for it. Good. And then last time we lift it up. Let's take both legs up. Extend the left leg up. So maybe you need to hold onto your block. Anchor your sacrum into the block. Good. Okay, right knee folds in. You don't have to grab it, but you might want to. Good. And then starting to move that left leg. And now you can drop it even below hip height if you like. Good. Okay, so I'm just going to do 2 more. And then we'll leave it upright. And we'll extend the right leg. Both legs are up. I'm holding onto the block. You're going to open the legs wide apart, wide-legged. Press out through your heels. Press out through the whole inseam of your leg. Good. One more breath. And then lift the legs up. Okay, I'm going to start to fold them down. I want them to touch at the same time. I'm still holding onto the block. Maybe it's toes first this time. Maybe it's heels first. Once you're down, give a big sigh of relief, and then lift your hips. Take the block out. We're going all the way down. You can see how high you were. And then heel toe your feet. Pause. Are you smiling? And then we'll move to Windshield Wiper. So shake that all out a few times. All right, let's just rest on the bolster before we come off. So however you like, legs out, legs bent, arms over your head. I'm just gonna take 5 breaths. You enjoy being here, whatever makes sense. Feel like maybe one more. Okay, we're gonna come off the bolster, so you can bring yourself straight up if you like, or roll to your side. Good. Okay, grab your bolster, friends. Let's bring it over to the right side. You could take a blanket for your head if you like. Just gonna move into some twists. So you have your block there too. You might use that too. Okay, I'm gonna lie down. And I want the legs stretched out straight. So if you're right by your wall, adjust that. Put as much as you need support underneath your head. Good. Okay, so let's start here by bringing the left knee into your chest. Right leg is extended, unless that's not good. Oh, this feels so different, even though we've done this already so many times. My back feels so happy. Hope yours does too. Heart, how's your back?
So good. Right
So
now.
good. Okay. Did a lot of driving. Okay, so we're going to take this left leg over to the right. So you can bring your bolster up, hip height, you'll play with it. Grab the left knee with the right hand, left arm out to the side, you'll inhale. And on the exhalation, twist that left leg over to the right. Okay, if that doesn't, if your leg is way up here, you might throw the block in to support it, or underneath the bolster, slide in, just kind of find it. If it's better for you to just lie on the right side for a few moments, you do that. Otherwise, we open, maybe the head turns. I'm going to take the right hand and just lay it on top of the outside of this left knee or left thigh, just a little bit of an anchor. Okay, now you know where your left hip crease is, your left hip. Press it away from your head. And you might even add a little bit of flexion into the right foot. No pose is ever static, guys. If you need to kind of rock, I'm just doing it now. So if you want to, if you're not sure, you can find a little bit of movement. Movement equals space. So and then you might settle. Okay, I'm going to add the right leg and the left hand. If that is in your wheelhouse, you bend the right leg. You take the left hand, you see if you can find the right foot. And you might not. And if you have that right foot in your left hand, take the thumb to lay alongside the fingers of the left hand. So you're not holding, you're just cupping. And then press the foot into the hand. You might feel the left shoulder come down a little bit. I'm going to take one more breath. And then release the right leg. I'm going to stay in the twist though. Just come back to your twist. Relax, relax, relax. See with the breath. And we just soften. If your right leg wants to bend, it's fine. So many kisses from the dogs. I need to go away more often. Good. One more big breath in. And we'll make our way back onto your back. Okay, once you get on your back, we're just going to hang out here for a few moments. I'm going to just adjust my props. And then come to windshield wiper again, just as release, a few times, rocking those knees. Okay. Good. And once you're back on your back, you take that bolster, just roll it across your body over to the left side. Use block, whatever you use, bring that with you. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, and then once you're here, guys, you're just going to hug the knees in for a moment. Rock a little bit, massage your back. And I'm going to circle the knees and put the hands on the respective kneecaps and just take those knees for a little circle. And then go the opposite way. Okay, and then bring the knees into your chest. You keep the right knee where it is. And you bring your hands on top. Stretch the left leg out. Pause here. Feel what you've changed already. Okay, all right, left hand holds right knee. Right arm out to the side. Full inhale. And take it over as you exhale. And then pause, take your time, adjust your props. So I do have my entire foot to knee on the bolster. If that's not happening for you, it's okay as long as you're not too much discomfort. And then just pause. Be here. Okay, so now I have the left hand just holding the outside of this right knee or right thigh. And start to add this right hip, anchor it away, anchor the left foot, left heel towards the wall. So there's muscular effort. Okay. You're welcome to release that effort anytime. I'm going to bend this left leg, take the right hand, see if I can find the foot, cup the top of the foot, push foot into hand. My toes are flexed. It's cool connection here. I can feel the right shoulders anchoring a little more. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Strap, good. All that stuff. Use all the stuff at your disposal. Okay, I'm going to release the foot. If you just got there, you take your time. And now I'm just going to drop in, release all effort, take the left arm back out, and then just let the pose do the work, which is to create a new pathway for your breath. Melt what you can. Move into the third eye. I'm not thinking, it's just happening. One more breath. And you'll make your way back onto your back. Take your time. Once you're here, I'm going to go to Windshield Wiper, but if you need to do anything else, you do that. I say Windshield Wiper is like best friend for life. Okay. All right, guys. So it's coming back now. I'm going to put the bolster. So grab your bolster. Like I'm picking up my bolster. It's in my hands. I'm going to bring the knees in. And see if I can sneak the feet over. And then just put it down behind your tush. Does that work? Okay, now feet go down. You can fake it until you make it. Bring the soles of the feet together, but I saw all your legs moving, so I know you're doing that. Okay, so we're moving to Bhattachanasana. Soles of the feet together, knees open. If the bolster's not enough, you might just send the feet away from the hips. That might help. Or you can add in blankets, whatever you need. Okay, I'm going to take the arms out to the sides. And now I'm going to bend at the elbows. Keep the backs of the hands on the floor. As soon as the backs of the hands start to lift, you've gone too far, maybe. I say maybe because, if that happens to you, I've seen people who love that. So if that is what's happening for you, you're okay. Enjoy. Otherwise, we're here. Just breathing. The opening of the pelvic floor. It's even to melt the back of your heart, your courageous heart. Okay. If your hands are okay to interlace behind your head, with the elbows still on the floor, then interlace your fingers behind your head. Be here. Soften your eyes. Feel yourself releasing to the support of the floor. Okay. So from here, friends, I'm just going to stretch the legs out, and the bolster is going to stay where it is. So it just goes straight. Okay, I'm going to lift the elbows up so they're either side of the head, and I'm going to lift the head up. Now I'm going to bring the right knee in, touch left elbow to right knee, and then switch. And extend the right leg, left leg in, right elbow to left knee, and switch. Smile. And switch. Okay, now you can go this slow, where we just switch, switch. Like Ed Allen in the 70s. Your mother, or you, or whoever watched Ed Allen. Good. Let's do a few more. How's your breath? If your breath is starting to not be happy, then maybe you're done. I'm going to do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, release. Put your feet on the floor. Grab your bolster, lift your hips, and bring that bolster up as high as it's going to go. So now we get the belly to open. And I'm going to stretch my legs out, but if that is like too much for your back, keep them bent and just let the belly open. Maybe take your arms over your head. Breathe. So hopefully you're in a place where you feel that the belly has done this crunching work, and now it's like receiving. Good. So take 3 more breaths. Knees bent or legs straight, doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to bend my knees, so we all have our knees bent. I want you to feel, guys, that the bolster is up high enough that your tailbone is kind of just hanging. So it starts to drop, but it's not touching the floor. I mean, if it's touching the floor, it's okay. Let it drop. Heel toe your feet a little wider apart. And we're going to go to Windshield Wiper, but it's not going to be that deep. So maybe the knees might just move a little bit side to side. Maybe they move a lot. And it depends on you and where you have your bolster and all that stuff. But you're doing the work. It's all good. Good. Okay, come back into basic resting pose. So the feet stay wide, the knees come together, arms wherever feels good. Take 5. Cleansing, healing breaths. And just return to normal breath. Even drop your jaw as you let the tail hang. Now I'm going to lift the hips up again. Move the bolster down, even just a little bit. So now it's really on the sacrum. And maybe your mid-back is dropping towards the floor. It might not touch. So you're just kind of moving through. It's like we did cow pose a moment ago, and now it's more of a cat. Your tailbone maybe is aiming to your knees, or it's definitely not dropping to the floor. Okay. We'll come back to Windshield Wiper. Again, might not be that full or that big. Just moving into the low back, the hips. Add more dynamic action if that's available to you. Meaning, like, as I drop the knees to one side, I push the opposite foot away a little more. Good. Okay. And do one more on each side, just because it feels really nice. And then we'll come to rest. Just walk the feet hip distance. Take a breath. Okay, I'm going to bring the left knee into the chest. Interlace your fingers. Hopefully you can hug it there, but automatically lift my head, tuck the chin. I'm going to stretch the right leg out, and it can rest on the floor. You've got that bolster there. It can lift up, whatever feels okay. I'm going to rock this left knee in and out. You know, this is intestinal work. Really it is. So, okay. Now, stay as you are. Take your arms down to the floor. We're going to lift the left leg straight up to the sky. If you need to bend your right leg, do that. Now I'm going to lift and lower this leg. So flex the foot, inhale. As you exhale, you lower it with it flexed. And point the foot and inhale. We'll just do that 3 times. So I do have my right foot flexed, heel into the floor. And as it comes upright, keep that left leg up, flex it. I'm going to bring the right knee in, interlace the fingers. And then we'll lower the left leg down. And it might bend, it might stay straight. We'll be here for a few moments. Massage the right side of your guts. You can move this knee in and out. If the left leg is extended, don't let it go to sleep. Hug that right knee in, drop the shoulders, and then we'll take the arms down by your sides or wherever you need it to be. Extend this right leg up. You need to bend the left leg, do that. Flex the foot, and then moving through 3 lifts and lowers. Okay, so if your left leg is stretched out, the heel is anchored. Smile, turn your palms up if you want to just like, oh, I'm just surrendering here. Next time your leg lifts, we're going to keep it there. Flex the foot. Breathe. And let's bring the right leg up for like legs up the bolster. You can hold on to your bolster if you need to, but you're probably just fine. Good. If you need to put a bend in your knees, friends, that is a release for the back. So that is just fine. Good. All right, who's ready to do both legs at the same time? That could be fun. You might need to turn the palms down. Draw your belly in. Exhale, start to lower the legs. And if they just go like, you know, a third of the way, halfway, maybe they go all the way down, point your feet and lift. And smile. Not so serious. Let your shoulders relax. Good. Now I know some of you can do this like 20 times, no problem. 50 times, no problem. But we're not going to do that. So let's take a little rest. Next time your legs come in, just hug them in for a moment. Good. Okay, we're going to put the feet on the floor. Just stretch the belly. So I lift the hips, pull the bolster up. You remember this. Now, you could keep your knees bent. Maybe the feet just go wider, tailbone dropping to the floor, or you can stretch your legs out if that's okay. This is great back work we're doing here. Just as far as flexibility into the spine. So, so important. Take one more breath. Yeah, okay, I'm going to bring the knees in. I'm going to try and do it at the same. Oh, no, I don't know if that's going to work. Okay, I'm going to try it same time. Oh, I did it. But we have to move the bolster down. That's why I was like, maybe it won't work. So feet to the floor, move the bolster back down. Okay, both knees into your chest once you're here. So you feel the tailbone, sacrum supported, mid-back dropping. Now I'm going to lift the legs up again. Put your arms down. Okay, just smile. All good. You're going to take the legs and lower them what you think is 10%. And then engage the belly, press through the heels. Go another 10%. As you exhale, 10%. Let's get interesting. Exhale, 10%. 10%. If you're still with me, I'm about to touch the floor. I bend my knees, put the feet on the floor. Windshield wiper on the bolster, everything's still there. We'll do one more tummy stretch. So you'll bring your feet, lift your hips, pull the bolster up. Let yourself drop into this. Maybe the legs extend, maybe not. It really doesn't matter. Nice, beautiful breathing into your belly. Okay. One more breath. Maybe your arms stretch over your head for this last breath. And then we'll bend the knees. feet to the floor. Bring your arms to the sides of or hold onto your bolster, lift your hips, and take this bolster all the way out. So we're coming back to Bhattachanasana. So you just feel your way back, and then just, if Bhattachanasana is not where you want to be right now, you can do whatever you need with your legs. Whole body on the floor. Breathe. Full breath in. Sigh it out. Okay, so I'm just going to lift the knees up. Slide the bolster out. Maybe put it on the right side. Okay, arms out to the side. Good. Okay, guys, so we are going to go to twist. So before we do that, I'm going to lift the knees up and just rock them side to side as we've been doing. So just lift them up and then just move a little bit side to side. And you've done all this nice abdominal work. Just move the back. Your palms can be down for balance, for grounding. And then we'll let the knees drop over to the right side. So you have your bolster if you use that. You could even pop that bolster between the legs. You know, so whatever works here, just be here. And really drop in now. So we can turn the head to the left. You know, some of you might not even need a prop. If that's you, you don't need a prop. Maybe you can try the full pose, which is the legs extended. But it really, you know, doesn't matter. It's about this, you know, can I bring the feet in line with each other? And you can try it and be like, oh, what's the difference? Well, if you bend the knees, it's probably a little bit easier to drop in. Move your breath. Good. Take a nice full breath in. Nice exhale. If your legs are straight, just rebend them. And then we'll bring ourselves back onto your back. However you need to do that. Okay, hug your knees in. We're just going to rock the knees. So your hands on your kneecaps. Start to move your knees around in a circle. And then the other way. And now we're going to make it more dynamic. So you can keep your hands on your kneecaps or take your hands to the floor and find this circling. Yeah, this is so good. And then the opposite way. However you're doing it, you're massaging your low back and you're working your insides. Good. Okay. I'm just going to rock side to side a little bit and prepare to take the knees over to the second side. Whenever you're ready, you'll drop your knees to the left. Turn your head to the right. And just be here. Even if you're going to go to straight legs, take a few moments. Just feel. You know, I just did something automatically. I'll just share with you. I put my feet on the floor and just shifted the hips a little bit more to the right. And if you need to do that, I just offer that. Okay, I'm going to straighten the legs here, but not an essential part of the pose. Just the next bust off. Breathing into your twist. Remember the power of the smile. It does lift you up. It does fulfill, you know, more breath, more core, more courage, more courageous space. Okay, I'm just going to refold the legs in. Just hang out here for another few moments. And then bringing yourself back onto your back. Okay. And let's come back to Windshield Wiper, friends. This time, no props. Just moving the knees. Good. Okay. And then let your knees drop to whichever side. Bring your body over. Press up. And then just bring yourself to lie down on your tummy. And you can just keep your blanket there, whatever you have. We're just going to take a little Sphinx. So actually, I did just move my blanket out of the way. No props, just here. And we'll just take the shoulders back, anchor the elbows, and look. You have a window you're looking out. Or whatever it is, here we are. This is, one of those great healing poses. Your legs can go wide apart if that's better for you. Good. Yeah. Take 3 more breaths. And if you want to add more dynamic, you can push the forearms down and forward, take the belly in a little bit. All right, all the way down. Pause here on your tummy. And then we'll bend the knees. I'm going to do last windshield wiper. So my legs are apart a little bit, just rocking these knees side to side. But not knees. I said knees, but it's really your feet. Hope you knew that. You knew that. Okay. Okay, and then just before we flip back over, move into Shavasana, we're going to come into Cobra. So you're welcome to just go back to Sphinx if that's better for you, or bring yourself up into whatever your version of Cobra is. It could be so low and it could be higher. Just rock a little bit, just move the shoulders. Whatever feels good here. And then let's inhale, press up. Maybe if you're up high, you take the head, open the jaw, look up. And exhale, lower. Take a little child's pose if that's a nice place for you to be just before we move into Shavasana. So take a moment. And we're going to push the hands down and forward so we'll get a little bit more into the low back. You're going to fold your hands under your forehead. Drop the jaw. Release, release, release. Bring ourselves up to sitting just for a moment, just to feel awake before we go to sleep. You take a moment, however you're sitting, have your eyes still closed, stay in this body. And then we'll set ourselves up for Shavasana. If you want to do legs up the wall, and that's what I'm going to do after being in the car for that long. That is the best healing. It's the first thing I did when I got home. So you set up however you like. Make yourself warm. If you have an eye covering, it's always a nice thing to bring in. Yes. Okay. Settling in. We do our practice, and I liken it to surgery. You're going in and you're doing deep internal work and you're breathing, and then what happens when you finish your surgery? They put you in the recovery room. And this is your recovery room. A chance to just let all of that vibrancy, that movement, that shifting be felt, received, honored, recognized, and released. Shavasana. Staying in your rest. Scanning your body. The place you're still holding attention. Starting with a smile and the deepening of the breath. And my friend, you're choosing if you want to stay in your rest for as long as you like. Beginning to make little movements through your toes, your fingers, your ankles, your wrists. Continuing on, and when it makes sense, to gently awaken this brand new state of being. Take your time. Eventually, you'll make your way to lie on your side. Stay there for a few breaths. Always stuff to drop off. We need to take with us. Get seated. We're going to take a moment and switch to gallery view so we can see each other. Do that. And once you come back, just close your eyes. Just be in your own good energy egg. I like to imagine this energy field like an egg, keeping you safe and protected. Reminding yourself that you have the power to heal, power to reveal. It just takes an hour sometimes to feel all of that. Ready, friends? You'll inhale to lengthen and exhale to join the palms together at the heart and bow the chin with great reverence and honoring for this practice and the lineage lines of this practice. And honoring of each other and our efforts we make to know ourselves deeply. And so into all of that, we inhale and lengthen. And exhale here. We'll seal this practice with our "May we be blessed" mantra. And inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. Inhale. And take a full inhale. Breathe it into your hands. With your sacred breath, lift your chin, open your eyes, and offer this to yourself, good, and to each other, and then bring it on back. Yes, give yourself a protection mudra, all of that good stuff, pull it in. Yes, it's there. Okay, I give you all mine. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here, for playing yoga, for releasing. Mwah! So much love. And if you're not at line dancing tomorrow, maybe I'll see you in yoga. Otherwise, have a wonderful, wonderful day and a wonderful time. So much love. Thank you guys. Bye, everybody. Happy Sunday.